Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Washington football team. This is taken just shy of the 10 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Bust through the tackle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. The 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you could build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They'll run with Gibson.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
It's a room to maneuver. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. So the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Howell. A throw caught by Kumaro. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A huge play there for Washington. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
From the 22, Prescott flushed out right. That one complete to Elliott. He juked him. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw is Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
CeeDee Lamb. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your just. Description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A handoff as they run the counter play. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Howell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
No problem there on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Off the play fake. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll run with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Prescott to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... There he goes, left side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 76 yards. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
10th carry now for Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Prescott now. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's got room. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's Elliott. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Prescott. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
And timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Washington on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Rolling to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And to give this time to the tailback.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington has retaken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Prescott off play action. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And that is incomplete here. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Prescott. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Now a throw here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw, Prescott. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Prescott to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of play.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? it got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
And they did. It worked. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.